People always ask, where did we get the name Blue Water Climate Control? When a Navy ship casts off lines, exits the harbor, and loses sight of land, that's blue water sailing. It takes a team of people to do that. Tireless work, focus, and attention to detail. So much of starting a business is just like that. After it's done, you get filled with deep satisfaction for accomplishing something. And it's quickly followed by, now the real work begins. We're Blue Water Climate Control.
I will give my all for Tennessee today. Just putting that tee on and stepping on that field, running through the tee. I mean, from ball wall to everything. I mean, it's an experience that you don't really get. You know, it's a family, it's a brotherhood, and one of those that saying right there means a lot. And you know, I kind of got a little goosebumps right now because I mean, when you say that, you got to mean it. If you don't mean it, you don't need to be here. You know, it's guys that really put a lot of energy and effort and love and hard work into being able to say that and mean it and go out there and represent it. So, you know, it means a lot.
What's going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTubes, Twitters? VolunteerRoadshow.com. We've got the albino version of Billy Ratliff. Billy's down there at a camp, Legends Camp, Tennessee, coaching up them young men down there. I got a special guest host.
A more fit Billy Ratliff.
And when I mean special, I mean like special.
Special ed.
Yeah, we got the world famous Big Vol Daddy.
What's going on, boys and girls?
I don't know if they can hear you. Can you hear me?
They can hear me.
Oh, can
They're
they?
just deaf.
I'm going to give some shout outs over here on the chat. We got the chat going. We're going to play some videos. This is the Omaha edition.
Omaha!
We're going to get into that here in a minute. Got Matt Dummett. Is it Matt Dummett or Doomit?
Doomit.
Doomit. I've been saying Dummett. Dadgummit.
That's because you're a dummy.
All this time. Sorry. Why haven't you corrected me, Matt? You've been watching me forever. Justin Sanday out in Oklahoma. Dwayne RTR says, sup, Billy and Bobby.
What's up, Dwayne?
Jason Young. Jason Upton. Who's your daddy? That's that hat they've been wearing.
It just says daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that.
I meant to bring mine, but I forgot.
Jenny Van, probably one of our biggest Tennessee fans in the whole entire state of Florida.
Vitello said he don't even know what that daddy hat's all about.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I just know they wear it when they do something good, like a home run or something.
Yeah, he said he don't question it.
Yeah. Killamime, great Georgia fan. He's in over here.
Yep.
Scott Howe. How you doing? How you doing, Jenny? Killamime says BVD has hit the big time on Volunteer Roadshow. You have kind of hit the big time.
I think it's the other way around, Killer Mime. I think Catfish has finally hit the big time and had me on the Volunteer Roadshow. Remind him, Billy. Or Bobby, I mean. Remind him.
Yes. He taught me into YouTubes.
There wouldn't be a Volunteer Roadshow.
Years ago. And I was going to quit. This is back in the beginning, and he taught me out of it. And then we were sitting here thinking, we'll go ahead and tell him. We were
3 years ago, almost.
Yeah. And, you know, I guess what was it when we had Sean Ellis on the show? How many of y'all saw the Sean Ellis show? That was great. I know several of you that are in the comment section saw it. That was a great interview with Jeff Coleman and Sean Ellis. Represented the Big Orange in the NFL for how many, 12 years?
Long time.
A long time.
They loved us a long time.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that 90-yard touchdown interception or whatever you want to call it.
Down on the plains.
Yeah. And we were sitting here talking about, you know, these players, and I had a couple of them call my phone, and BVD said, what'd you say? He said, you know, if I wouldn't have taught you how to quit, and where would we be?
I didn't really say nothing.
Yeah.
You just Well, I know last night we're driving down the road and it's dark, and all of a sudden Bobby grabs me on the shoulder and says, "Thank you." And I'm like,
Yep.
"For what?" You know, all I did was talk him into not quitting YouTube and keeping on going. That's it. Everything else is through his efforts on Facebook, bugging the absolute shit out of as many VFLs as he could till he got one to answer. And you got the right one to answer, apparently.
Yep. Got April Pope in over here. I'm gonna try to highlight some of these.
April Pope, that's my girl.
Some of these comments, and we also got the Blue Water Climate Control, soon to be the Billy Ratliff's Tap 40 Grill Hotline, 865-424-1342.
Wait a minute, is that going to be what we're going to have to say? The Blue Water Climate Control Billy Ratliff's Tap?
No, we'll put Blue Water Climate Control in a different area, but that's going to be the name. Well, that is now the official legal name of our restaurant, sports bar, grill, entertainment extravaganza event center.
Damn. You're going to have a hard time getting all that on the sign.
Yeah. We'll have to.
Billy Ratliff's Tap 40
Grill.
Just grill?
Yeah.
No bar?
No, just grill.
There going to be a bar?
Well, you got the Tap 40 gives you the connotation of a bar.
Okay.
And guess how many beers we're going to have?
40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hope we have more than 40 customers.
I hope so too. I think we'll have more than 40.
Be nice if we had 40 YouTube customers.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping to have it open by football season. Got a lot to do. A lot to do.
Got a great starting point though with what you got to work with over there.
Yeah, we got a great starting point. It's 2-story. We're gonna have a live stage. We're just gonna have a lot of old vintage pinball machines, lots of great food, entertainment, and just merchandise. Just a great, and the best part about it, you're gonna have an LVFL and a VFL, a real showing up real one in there, working and serving and pouring beer and saying hi and taking pictures. And Alexis Hornbuckle and Billy Ratliff.
That'd be cool.
So anyway,
to have a basketball goal in there somewhere, like one like that one over there.
Yeah, we're looking at a Tennessee. Have you ever seen like at Chuck E. Cheese or whatever they have that basketball video game or whatever with a little basketball? Working on getting one of those.
Got to have one of those.
Have you seen the the Peyton Manning and Vitello? What do you want to call it? Skit, the commercial. Is it?
I'm going to play along. I'm going to say no, Bob.
No, you've seen it. Well, but this is kind of rhetorical.
Okay. Yes, I've seen it.
But some of those in the comments section and watching us
may not have.
That's true. Well, we're going to play it.
Let's play it. I think it's a great idea.
And I want your opinion. Let's see. Here we go. Well, where is it? I'll get it up here.
Producer's doing a terrible job.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I thought I had it already booked and ready to go. Here we go.
Hey, sorry, let me grab this Zoom call real quick. Peyton, what's up, man?
Coach, what's going on? Congratulations.
Hold on, I don't know if anybody can see that.
Really proud of you.
I didn't put the
let me grab.
I didn't put it up on the. I didn't put it up on the. Is it up there? Yeah, it's up there. Okay, yeah, it's up there. I didn't think it was. They make this so dang hard. All right, here we go.
Hey, sorry, let me grab this Zoom call real quick. Peyton, what's up, man?
Coach, what's going on? Congratulations. Awesome win in the Supers. Really proud of you guys. This is exciting stuff.
Thanks a ton. We're anxious to get up to
Omaha.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys are playing hard. It's been fun to watch.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the guys are doing what they need to do, and the fans in the stands have been rowdy. We're hoping they pack up their bags and meet us up in
Omaha.
Yeah. That's the place.
That's what you're talking about. You're talking about Omaha. Okay, good. I'm just making sure. And so, Coach, when are you guys heading out?
We'll load up the bus and jump on our flight tomorrow afternoon, and go on up to
Omaha.
Yes, that's accurate. That is accurate.
Okay. Well, look, Coach, like I said, great to talk to you. Best of luck. We're pulling hard for you guys. Tell the team we said good luck. Listen, if you need me, I'll be ready. I'll have my arm loose.
Perfect. We might need you in Omaha.
Coach, one more time. It's kind of 3 syllables, rhythmic, right from the diaphragm. Omaha!
Gotcha. See you in Omaha.
Yes. Hey, how do I post this to Twitter?
That's funny when he says that I posted to Twitter. You know why that's funny? Because he ain't on Twitter. All right, what'd you think?
It's all right. I mean, you could kind of expect something like that to come.
That wasn't Peyton's most comedic moment, but it was good. You know the best part about it? Because we're going to Omaha. Yeah. Did you catch the relation there? You know, he always said Omaha, the line of scrimmage. Did you get that? Yeah. I didn't know if you knew he did that or not.
Yeah, they used to.
A lot of people don't know that, but at the line, you know, and a lot of people don't know.
Everybody that knows anything about football knows about that. Even the guys that aren't Tennessee fans, because they used to talk about that when he was at the Broncos. Omaha.
Yeah.
And everybody'd say, "What the hell?"
Didn't he get the key to the city of Omaha? I think they did something.
Should have.
I think I like during the Super Bowl year, Super Bowl 50. I think he got the key to the city of Omaha or something.
Yeah. That would make sense.
I wonder if he got like a lifetime supply of Omaha steaks. Probably could have.
I wonder if he's got Omaha insurance, Mutual
of Omaha.
Yeah. Probably don't need it. Any of you guys in the comments, me and Bobby was talking about this the other day. Remember Mutual of Omaha's Wild
Kingdom. Yeah.
That was a great.
That was back in the 70s. That was a great show.
Maybe even beyond.
Yeah, it was like the National Geographic Channel before the National Geographic Channel.
Yeah, and it only came on once a week for 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
I think it was an hour.
Yeah.
That was a great show. Bring back memories. Omaha. That was pretty good. Right?
We're going to talk about baseball here, man. Anybody else wants to talk about baseball, you can call 865-424-1342 and talk to a legendary, probably the biggest legendary truck driver to ever drive a truck.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Along with probably the most biggest legendariest person to ever ride.
Absolutely.
For 28 days.
Was it 28?
28 days.
Seemed like 28 months.
28 days, 24 states.
Was it that many?
It was. Wow. I kept track.
We got a happy early Father's Day from Henry Riddle. I'm going to highlight that. That is. Father's Day is this weekend, isn't it?
It is. Shout out to Henry Riddle. He's here like clockwork.
Yep, he's always in over. Joshua Pinion needs to shut up. He said we're going to be looking for a coach. Where'd it go?
He ain't doing this negative crap.
Yeah. He's a Georgia fan.
Is he doing this?
Y'all be looking for another coach in 3 years. Big Georgia fan.
Oh, he's talking about football. Nobody gives a shit about football up here at Tennessee right now. This is what look, Bobby. Is this not what Tennessee does? Last year, before the basketball season, everybody thought we were going to the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
We were buying up Tennessee shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And the basketball team fell flat on their face.
Don't start that crap with me. Don't start that negative stuff with me right now.
Shut the hell up. Bobby's the negative one here. What I'm getting at is this team has not fallen flat on their face. This team has done just the opposite, which gives me hope and reason to think that they may just get the damn job done out there.
Well, we play Virginia first. I think that's a W.
Yeah.
In baseball, it's so much easier to upset somebody.
It is. And this year in particular, nobody has been out of a game. Virginia was down 1-0 in the 7th inning against DBU last week. They were done. I mean, you could see it in the dugout. The players were hanging their heads. I mean, that game was over. 6 more outs. Grand slam. Game over.
Well, you look at Arkansas, arguably the best team in the country.
Yep.
Slobbered knocked
22-1.
Yeah, it was 20-something to 1 the first game. Got beat the second game. Brought out the best pitcher in the entire country. And he won all the awards.
They called the cops.
Like .68 or 88 ERA, which is unheard of. Pitched a heck of a game. Started out a little slow, and they lose.
Was it 2-1?
The first time it's been 20. I don't know. Some of y'all in the comment section probably help. Was it 20 years since the number 1 team going into the postseason has won the World Series?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I think they said it was in the 99 Miami Hurricanes.
You really, well, I knew it was Miami, but you definitely didn't want to go into this World Series number 1, and they aren't.
Yeah.
They don't have that worry.
They aren't. We got some regulars in over here. Preston Hess, how you doing? Josh Pinion, is he still running his mouth? No, he's cooled down. No, I like Josh. He's a friend of mine. Great Georgia fan.
Wait a minute.
He just doesn't have a great. He's not a fan of a great team, but he's a great human being.
Time out, Bobby. You just made a sentence that I'm not sure that I can agree with.
What?
Great Georgia fan.
Yeah, there are. I didn't. Just hang on. I felt that way.
Nah, I'm just joshing.
Until I started YouTube.
Yep.
And then you get to interact with these guys, and you realize some of your biggest nemesis fans. It just changes your perspective. You just get to meet them and interact with them, and you realize that, I know it's hard to believe, but Alabama fans and Georgia fans, there's some good people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
I just hate their team.
Growing up, and this is the truth. This ain't just lip service. Growing up, I couldn't stand somebody. Before I got to know them, I just automatically assumed if I met somebody from Alabama, they were a turd. And this one of the best places I ever worked, I was a manager of the warehouse, and we had this one guy. First time he ever came in, he got off the truck, came in the warehouse, and he was wearing an Alabama hat. Immediately, my first thought was, well, this guy's a jerk. And that first meeting that day, I don't remember exactly all the words, of course, but we almost came to blows.
Really?
Over our teams, yeah. Yeah. Because it was pretty sure it was football season. The Bama game was just around the corner, and this was in the mid-90s or early 90s. Yeah, early 90s. And we were struggling with them back then.
Yeah.
We were on a winning streak, but still, with them, you just never knew.
Was it 95 the first time? Is that when we had play number 1?
Yep, 95. That's right. Yeah, we were in the middle of a losing streak. That's right. We did have a tie in there.
Yeah, like 93 or 94. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to remember now. It's been so long ago.
I think we lost in 94, tied in 93. And before that,
the David Palmer tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. You have to bring that up.
Yeah.
That was worse than a lot of losses than we've had against them, because that was it. We were winning that game.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it, Just didn't work out.
Well, let's get back to baseball. Everybody wants to talk baseball. We're going to share an interview with our fearless leader, our coach, Tony Vitello. Do you think he deserves a raise? Should we give him a raise? How much is he making now? I think he deserves it.
He's under $1 million. I'm not sure how far under $1 million. I want to say 750. For some reason, that number's sticking out. He's got to be over $1 million next year.
What's the highest paid baseball coach? Because they don't bring in the revenue. Even basketball does.
Yeah, they don't. You're right. There's not. I don't know. I was going to throw this out there. There's not a ton of baseball coaches outside of the SEC that make $1 million or more.
Yeah.
But now I could be dead wrong about that. Haven't done my full research on that. But I know he's not making $1 million.
No, he's probably making $500,000.
The guy, well, I'm pretty sure it's $750.
Well, see, the reason why I'm asking this is I had a friend of mine, and I don't even remember who it is, so I don't even know if it is a friend of mine on Facebook, say something to the effect of, if we didn't suck so bad in football, we wouldn't be so excited about this baseball team.
Facts.
You think that's factual?
Facts. I agree. I think we would still be excited. I think, we would definitely be excited because it's been 16 years since we've been to the World Series.
Yeah.
But I don't think shirts would be selling out in an hour and hats sold out before you could get the damn things. I mean,
so you think it is because we're just clamoring for anything good to come off of Rocky Top?
When I went to the game last week, 2 weekends ago, the regionals, there's a guy in front of me in the line. I was talking to him, and I said something about COVID being over and having a packed stadium. He said, I'm just happy to have a team that's winning to be proud of. Something to that effect. Just happy to have a winning team, any sport. And sadly, that's the fact.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay. Tell me why not.
I don't know.
Which part?
That we wouldn't be as excited if we were, so let's say we were coming off of a college playoff appearance or a national championship. I still think maybe there's some truth to it.
Oh, absolutely. I think we would still be highly excited. But I just don't think it would be the fever pitch that it is right now. No pun intended. Here's the real facts. I don't care.
Because we're going to
Omaha. That's pretty good.
We kind of got the comedic timing down, don't we?
Yeah, we have a good rapport.
Yeah.
Or as an old friend of mine used to say, we've got a good report.
There's Carolina Jackpots in here, said it's true us Gamecocks have been holding on to bases for years. Now our baseball team sucks too.
I feel you, Kale. Shout out to you, by the way. Look, I hope we have the success that Carolina had in baseball. Can you believe that's been over 10 years ago now? Kale, when was it that you guys won that first baseball natty? I want to say 2011 or something like that. It was a long ass time ago now, and it really don't seem that long ago because they're still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we beat their ass. I mean, 2-1, I think it was. We only lost 2 series this year.
He says 2010-11.
That's what I thought.
And who are those 2 series to?
Arkansas and Vandy.
Yeah.
One of which is where?
Omaha.
And the other one is?
Not in Omaha.
Exactly. They're at home.
Omaha.
Yeah.
Omaha.
That was pretty stupid, yet pretty cool what they did in their stadium. Omahogs.
Yeah, that was pretty good and
pretty
stupid.
Too. Yeah.
Do you believe in like superstition? You shouldn't do something like that until you go to Omaha.
I believe in karma for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that was a great baseball team, and they're probably still over there shocked that they got beat by NC State.
Mm-hmm.
But NC State's a good team too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get that far into the playoffs, everybody's good. Dallas Baptist, come on. Never heard of them before.
I found myself watching that game. Billy and I watched it down there, the last third game of that Arkansas.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I found myself not being torn. I was torn. I was pulling. I liked the story, seeing his dad and the cops' dad in the stadium, and being a dad myself and being an SEC team. I wanted to see him be there. I wanted to beat the best. What was it Ric Flair said? You can't be the man until you beat the man.
Right.
And then part of me was like, man, I do not want them in this World Series because they're dangerous.
Yeah.
And I hated to see that kid pitch his heart out.
They won 3 out of 4 against us
this
year. And it was emotional seeing him in the dugout after it was over. I don't feel a bit sorry for that dude. This time next year, he's not going to be counting strikeouts. He's going to be counting
digits in his paycheck. Yeah.
Right. So, he'll get over it real quick, I'm sure.
But I'm sure it sticks with you for a while.
Oh, sure. I mean, that moment not winning a World Series, because those Arkansas fans, we think we're nuts for baseball right now. Those guys are living and dying for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to make that joke. That wouldn't be funny, but there's a lot of those Arkansas people over there, up in them hills of the Ozarks that was their whole freaking life was built around them getting to the World Series and winning it this year. They felt they should have won it last year, or 2 years ago. So that was their mission this year, was to get back to Omaha and win.
Yeah. A lot of Vegas people think that Vandy is the favorite.
Now, Vandy Dandy, you know who he is?
Yeah,
he's in the comments.
You do.
He was saying that that they weren't the favorite, that it was Texas. How did he?
There's several pundits and experts that think that Vanderbilt is going to peak at the right time, and they got great pitching and probably had the best pitching staff and left.
Yeah, he didn't. Vandy Dandy doesn't believe in Rocker, I think is what he said.
Really?
He thinks he'll screw up. He didn't say he thinks he'll screw up, but what I got out of his comment was he just didn't trust Rocker to perform like he said. I don't know why. I mean, a shitty night for Rocker is probably a great night for 95% of all other pitchers in college baseball.
Yeah.
And then, of course, what's the other guy's name? Something Lighter. Lighter, is that it?
Lighter, yeah.
Lightner
or Lytle or something.
No,
Yeah.
it's Lighter, so it's something Lighter. I can't remember shit. Jack Leiter, maybe. Anyway,
Kevin Bear says, "Hey BVD, how did the Devils do this year?
In baseball,
Football, baseball."
no. Well, I don't know.
Wait, well, let's get to the let's see here.
They did great, except they got upset in the region tournament. Sullivan South threw a lefty at us and knocked us out early.
Hold on, I'm going to play this interview with Vitello. Here we go.
Hey Vol Nation, I'm Casey Funderburg, joined by Tennessee Baseball head coach Tony Vitello. Coach Vitello, your team is headed to Omaha for the first time in 16 years, so how excited are they right now?
It's hard to put into words, but bubbly, I guess, is the thing that comes to mind. I mean, they keep asking a ton of questions of what it's going to be like, and I think there's a good balance of excitement, but also they're anxious to get up there and do well.
What does this mean for the program, with it being 16 years and you guys are finally getting to go back? What does it mean for the program, but also just for you as a head coach?
Well, I think recruiting is the lifeblood of any athletic program, and it gives us a huge boost. It's no longer a vision that we're selling to people, it's reality. And the fact they can see that, experience it, and also get to see the environment that these kids have created on our campus, it helps a ton. And then just overall for the kids that have been a part of this since we first got here through some tough times, to be rewarded, as well as any college baseball athlete can be rewarded to go to the promised land.
Leading up to the final few minutes or few seconds of when the game ended on Sunday, what were those emotions like? And then what was it like just being able to see these guys who you said have had to work really hard these last few seasons finally get to celebrate such a big accomplishment? Sure.
Well, full disclosure, there was a spat in the dugout between the coaches. One younger coach said, do we need to do X, Y, and Z before we get the last out? Frank was not too happy. Our pitching coach is calling pitches, and that's an intense thing. So it was interesting in that moment. We all just wanted to make sure we focused until the last out was complete. And once it did, I just kind of reminded myself to slow down and take a look around and enjoy it. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed and black out or spaz out. And at that time, I think really enjoyed shaking hands and hugging all the coaches and also seeing the kids eventually dogpile out there.
This team has shown that they can win games, and sometimes it's been in a very dramatic fashion. But why is it that they can come through and pull through a win?
Well, I think sometimes athletes get a little too caught up in what they don't want to happen. They don't want to lose. And these guys are so focused on winning and winning for each other. And that's why you've seen several different guys be the hero on any given day.
I think fans have seen how hard they work, but what about their personalities off the field? How would you describe them?
Crazy. We're lucky to have a unique group of guys where they're comfortable in their own skin, which is key to being a good baseball player. And a lot of them bring something different to the table. And when you have a baseball locker room, there's a lot of guys from different backgrounds, different tastes, and it can't always be that easy to mesh together. But with this group, even amongst a year where guys are wearing face masks and it's a pandemic, they've found a way to gel, and it's been special to watch.
I got a chance to talk with the seniors before senior day, and I just asked them how they were able to come together these last few seasons and create what they've created this season. And they really complimented you and your staff, and they said, we just bought in to what the coaches were saying. What was it that they were buying into?
I think to just focus on daily improvement, not to make anything too big out of any one situation, and kind of accomplish the task that's right in front of you. Whatever it was, whatever they clinged on to, it's worked. But I think, again, just daily improvement has been our simple message.
When you have a team that has success so quickly this season, so making it to the SEC championship and then getting to host a regional and super regional, how do you just keep them focused on the ultimate goal?
It's a challenge, but when you're playing in our league, there's things that happen along the way to teach you those lessons. Even though it's a team that's won 50 games, there's a handful of really difficult losses in there that I don't think they've forgotten as a group, and they've been great about navigating through the season and learning from those lessons.
The plaque in your office has been a storyline lately. Can you explain just what the meaning behind it is?
Yeah, it was a personal gift, and Megan Anderson is a very important person to me because when we first inherited this thing, we just kept saying we can't do it alone. The people who affect our players the most are the support staff we have, our strength coach, our trainer. And again, Megan Anderson is our academic coordinator. She's around our kids every day. And then you tie in the fact that she used to go to Omaha and work there, and she's from that area, and her family, has gone through some things. That thing represents a lot for me. That's important. And it also kind of shows you, that Omaha is just a short drive away, maybe long for some people, but for those of us that got to recruit and get on the road, it's not that far off in the distance. It can become reality if you put in the work, and these players have shown that.
There's obviously a lot of excitement after Sunday, but how are you guys taking that excitement and channeling it to just focus for this week?
Sure, just the old staying true to your roots thing. Daily improvement, as I mentioned before, is kind of how we've gotten to this point. It's a short window between celebrating and getting on a flight. So the guys need to get their business in order, and that way we can get up there and have some fun.
Is there something that you're most excited about for this trip to Omaha?
Absolutely. My last trip was not a fun one. We were the first team to be put out of the tournament. I hate to admit, but that was when I was wearing another color. So not messing with any karma for the big orange up there. But it wasn't an ideal experience. So I've been itching to get it back up there for all the same reasons as every other college baseball person. But an asterisk to that's extra important to me.
And lastly, Vol Nation, they have rallied around this team, and a lot of them say that they're going to Omaha with you guys. So what does that mean to you?
It means a lot because it can help you have success up there. Other SEC teams will tell you that in a heartbeat. When you get up there, it's a neutral site, but just like Hoover, Alabama, it can become a site that maybe is favoring one team or the other. And And I don't know how it'll work out, but when we played Arkansas in the SEC championship game, I think people that are used to going to Hoover were astonished to see that we had as many, if not more, fans as the Arkansas people did.
Well, I think all of Vol Nation is really excited for you guys, and good luck this week as you guys go to Omaha.
Thank you. We're appreciative of that, and they've certainly had a big part in it.
There you go.
Somebody needs to teach her how to say Omaha.
Yeah, I agree. What's playing here?
Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think?
Dang it, I hate it when that happens.
Wouldn't you think?
Dang commercials.
What are you trying to play?
These commercials keep coming up. I didn't shut it off anyway. This is his, what, 4th year here?
Yes.
Seems like he just got here.
Steady improvement every year.
Yeah.
I mean, just like clockwork.
Yeah, I agree. So where's our first game? Is it Omaha?
It is.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
was wondering, couldn't remember where it was at. But we got Virginia. I think we're going to win it.
Yeah, I think we're good. I feel confident. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confidenter and confidenter in this team.
More confident.
I know. Confidenter sounds better.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get it done. Period.
I hope so. But what would the most Tennessee thing be?
I have no idea. I'm blocking that from my memory.
Well, I'm not saying that has to be a bad thing. I'm just asking you a question.
That's true. You are. 25 years ago, the most Tennessee thing would be to go to Omaha and kick everybody's hind end.
Yeah.
25 minutes ago or days ago or whatever, the most Tennessee thing to do would have been, like you said earlier, hit that grand slam walk-off.
We've had some
against Wright State and then lose.
Some big time moments this year in baseball.
Yeah.
The walk-off home runs and grand slams or slam. This is just a great team. You know what? How I would describe this team? Resilient.
Yeah, resiliency is a common.
He hates that word.
Commonly found aspect in 5-star hearts.
No, 3-star. What was it? 5-star hearts.
5-star hearts looking for life championship.
Yeah.
And,
who are we imitating there in the comments section? Who are we imitating? Kevin Bear has some comments. Let's see. What did he say? He said, men and women basketball, NCAA tournament, baseball made it to Omaha. Things are looking up. I truly think the football team wins 5 or 6 games.
Is that something to be proud of?
5 or 6 games?
Mm-hmm. No, but we'll take it, I guess, at this point. We don't. I think we're going 6-6, and we'll go to a bowl game. That, I think, would be a successful year given what we've got, what we know we've got, and what we're not sure we have. Because I think we're way more loaded with players that we're not sure what we've got than we are with players that we know what we got.
Yeah.
We were talking couple 3 or 4 nights ago, and I forget who I was even talking to, but I said, name 3 Tennessee football players currently right now. And aside from Will Albright, of course, which is the first one that popped into my head, it was a brief struggle to come up with. Name 3 Tennessee players.
Yeah, you asked me that. Maurer, Harrison Bailey, that small kid.
That small kid, is that his name?
I think that's his last name.
Kind of like
running
he
back.
hit me. What was it? What is his name? Jamari.
I can't even know who's gonna. I don't even know if I can think of a receiver we got coming back. The Mays brothers.
What are their names? Cade and
Cooper.
We got what's the leading receiver coming back?
Palmer ain't coming back. I think he got.
No,
did he get drafted?
He did, I think. God, what's that kid's name?
We had one of them just
Jalen-
get kicked off the team with.
Jalen Hyatt.
That's right.
Jalen Hyatt. Alante Taylor on defense.
That's right.
I'm struggling.
Kevin Bear has got some names: Bailey, Milton, and Jones.
Hendon Hooker. Transfer from BT.
Yep. Has it been? I don't even know if it's been in my lifetime that avid fans like us would struggle that hard to name 5 players.
No, definitely not in our lifetime. I don't think. I've never had this much.
I can name more players that's transferred out of Tennessee than I can name that are on Tennessee's team.
And that's bad. I can't. I don't pay any attention to the. I know the big guys that have transferred, the ones that are really going to hurt. But I don't know. I'm concentrating on baseball right now.
Yeah, we're a baseball school right now.
Right. We're a baseball school.
And we're going to win this thing.
That's right. 4-0. I think that's what you got.
No, I think it's more than that. With double elimination, I don't know.
If you win 4 straight games, I think that wins it.
Is it?
I think. Maybe wrong. KO, you should know this.
Put this in the comment section. How many do you have to win straight to be the champ?
Yeah, now you could get mired down in that losers bracket and end up.
That takes you a little while longer to get out of.
Definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't want no part of that.
I think we're going to win more than 6 games. I say this every year. I just got a feeling. But this year, I think it's real. I think we win 7 games.
Give me the 7.
I don't want to have to count them because then I'm going to go dang.
Tennessee Tech,
Bowling Green,
Pittsburgh, Bowling Green, whoever the 4th non-conference game is.
Let's pull up the schedule here.
We're winning all of our non-conference games, and then I think we'll go 2 and whatever, 2 and 6 in the SEC this year. I think we'll beat Vandy and South Carolina. No, 3 and 5. We're going to beat Kentucky.
We're going to beat Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to beat Tennessee Tech.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to beat Missouri. That puts.
Oh, now that's that.
That's not in order. I skipped. I'm going down the left.
Okay.
We're going to beat Bowling Green, Pitt. I don't know. Are we going to beat Pittsburgh? Yeah, we're going to beat Pittsburgh.
Because I'm going to be there.
Yeah, Tennessee Tech. We're going into the Florida game 3-0.
Yeah, but good God, how many times have we done that? That don't mean nothing.
All right. Okay, so we don't beat Florida. But see, they've got some holes to fill.
Yeah, that ain't no guaranteed win for them. I mean, they're going to count it as a guaranteed win.
But we're gonna bring it.
So
all right, so we got 3 wins and I don't know. We're beating Missouri. Missouri's not that good. So we got 4 wins there. 5 with South Carolina. We got Ole Miss this year. I'm at 5 so far. South Alabama, Vanderbilt. There you go. There's your 7.
End up talking yourself into 8 or 9 wins for the season.
7, and then Kentucky. That's 8. I think we win 7 games, 6 minimum. Mark it down. Right. I said it at 7:42 p.m. on June the 18th.
I've been saying 6 and 6 for the longest now.
I think that's our minimum.
I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with it.
I'll be content at 6 and 6, and I probably would be happy at 6 and 6.
What about? Let's just play a little what if here. Hypothetical situation. The team we had 2 seasons ago before COVID, the team that finished up winning however many in a row, 6 or whatever it was. If we had that team, that returning team, and that returning coaching staff, what would you be thinking this year? We'd be thinking a lot more than 6 wins.
Yeah. I don't think we have all the transfers we have.
Yeah. Well, it's stupid to even play that game. No need to even beat ourselves over the head wondering what would have been.
I think we're at a point in this
I know the kids like high
in our history that you know, we're the further we get away from our glory days, the harder it's going to be to get back.
Well, yeah.
Because recruiting, that's what gets it for you.
And you don't pay that much attention to recruiting, do you?
Not till they get here.
Yep. Sign that fact sheet.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is that makes us do this every year. After the season's over, it's gloom and doom. Long off season. Then once it start right about in here, right about in June, when the magazines start coming out, which they are out, we start thinking about, okay, now we could get this win if we could just get this one, that'd make us 7 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no reason we can't get this one. Hell, that's 8 wins. And we could sneak up and beat this team. Hell, we could go 9-3 this year. That's going to happen. We're going to do that. I know I'm going to do it because I know me. And I know how much I want this damn team to win.
They started a new series, and I need to give credit. I believe all these videos, I think, are all courtesy of Tennessee Athletics YouTube channel. And we're going to go through some players. We even have a member of the volunteer Roadshow staff during the football season going to be doing a video for the Tennessee Athletics. We're going to play here in a minute.
The Tennessee Volunteers have a storied history of leading the way. For more than 50 years, our football program
That's Charles Davis.
led the way in the Southeastern Conference in breaking down racial barriers. The first black SEC player to score a touchdown. The first black All-American in the SEC.
I scored. They told me I had a broken SEC record.
The first black to start at quarterback on an SEC team.
Truly indescribable quarterback. Godrich Holloway is a preseason
And the first black quarterback to lead an SEC team to a national championship.
The national champion is clad in big arms.
All 4 of those trailblazers were Tennessee Volunteers. The SEC's first black head basketball coach, we proudly took the lead there as well. We led the way on gender equity. It was here on Rocky Top that women's intercollegiate athletics was first supported and publicized at an elite level. From track and field to basketball and beyond, the Tennessee Lady Vols boldly proved to the country and the world that women's sports were deserving of the same respect, resources, and attention that were for far too long reserved only for men.
And Tennessee takes the team championship.
Tennessee made it cool for women to be fierce competitive, and we made it routine for women to be champions. As for the start of the facility's arms race, Tennessee was first out of the blocks. The Neal and Thompson Sports Center set the bar for indoor football training venues. Then the state-of-the-art Thornton Center took student-athlete academic support to an entirely new level. And long before network television shined a spotlight on college softball, Tennessee unveiled the venue by which all others in the sport came to be measured in Sherry Parker Lee Stadium. Over the last couple decades, we had our share of stumbles, and the rest of the college sports world gained some ground on us. Now, it's time to catch our second wind.
And if your blood doesn't already run orange, I certainly am.
Man, I loved him.
Orange.
Let's get back to being innovative.
Fires over the top of him. Out front, goes, lost it over.
Back to leading the way. Back to setting the standard and finishing first. Let's work together, every single one of us, to pull ahead of the pack again.
Reginald Cobb.
We were talking about that yesterday in the car. All the sayings by John Ward that you know where you were when you heard it. You know what game. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and play some
Before we forget, and because it's getting up close to 8:00, 76 days till football season.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who wore number 76, and we only found one we've ever heard of.
No, 3.
3? Who?
Yeah. Harry Galbraith, one of the greatest offensive linemen to ever play
Yes.
for Tennessee. Daniel Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Very prominent citizen in Knoxville right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he does.
Yep.
Right. And Aaron Sears.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Those are there was a big long list of 76s, but I mean, those 3 stood out. A lot of the names I didn't even recognize.
Yeah. How are we going to play? Some players have made little short 30, 45 second I'll give my all clips, and you'll recognize this member of the Volunteer Roadshow family just by listening.
I gave my all for Tennessee, and I still do every day. It means that you're giving that from family, your family like with your blood at home, your family on the football field, your teammates, your coaches, your fans, this stadium. You're getting it for all the guys who played before you and the guys who come behind you to set a standard. When you set that standard, this is the standard. And that's it. This is what we expect when you touch our field. This is what we expect when you come in our stadium and you scream loud for our team. This is what we expect. I give my all for Tennessee, and I give it every day proudly.
Some of y'all may know this fella. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see if you know this one. See if you can guess who this is.
I will give my all for Tennessee today. Give my all means the same.
Is he wearing
thing,
glasses?
is that everybody do what you can. Give everything you can. Some are going to be able to do more than others. We understand that, but everybody can do something to help the University of Tennessee, and everybody can give my all. Everybody has that same attitude. I'm going to give my all to the University of Tennessee. Boy, we can really have something special because that's a lot of passion there. There's so much history there, and I love the fans whose parents were fans and grandparents were fans, and just that legacy. So many people have given their all to the University of Tennessee, but we need more to continue to do that, to be special. It's such a special place. Everybody knows what's possible here at the University of Tennessee because of that passion, because of the history. And you love being at a place where people are talking about it. People have thoughts and people have opinions. And I understand those all can be different, but I like being somewhere where they are talking about it and they are thinking about it. And those are the places you want to be, and that's what the University of Tennessee is. And so I would certainly love to have everybody with that attitude of giving my all for the University of Tennessee today. It truly can make a difference.
Now, he's not a member of the Volunteer Roadshow family, but, you know, our people talk to his people, and we just can't afford it right now. We're saving up our money for him, but someday maybe he will be a member of the Volunteer Roadshow.
He's saving up his money.
He might be.
To throw.
All right, we got 34 people in here, and we're starting to get some comments. PPNC, man, I hadn't seen him in a month of Sundays. I'm going to go ahead and highlight his comment. I wonder where Arch ends up. Hopefully not Bammer or UGA, but neither would be shocking. Can't see him at UT or Ole Miss. Too much legacy to live up to. I say Clemson.
I've said from the beginning, and I'm sticking with it till he makes a decision. LSU.
You think so?
I just, for some reason, I think one of the Manning boys is going to stay, quote unquote, home.
For Billy says he's going to Clemson.
Well, If he's not coming to Tennessee, which I don't think he is, I hope you're right, Huff. Don't want to see him in the conference.
I don't know if I should have. I don't want another tie to Tennessee going to Clemson like T. Higgins, Amari Rogers, and Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. There's probably more that we don't know about.
That we don't even know about.
Well, it's the way it is sometimes, Bobby.
Let's play some more of these. You might recognize this voice.
I will give my all for Tennessee today. It brings back a lot.
And courtesy of Tennessee Athletics YouTube channel.
But the preparation, it's, when you wake up in January and you're preparing for the season, it's the hot summer workouts. It's the long spring practices. It's, the spring game preparing for the actual games and the actual season. And, in the actual physical preparation that you put in, but also the mental preparation that you put in, the studying, whether it's on the field or in the classroom. So a lot goes into that sign. It's a lot of pride it was a lot of pride to touch that sign every time before you run through the tee, and it's honored to be back and seeing the next generation of Vols that are go out and keep the tradition and bring our program back to greatness.
So you got your picture took with him?
Yep. It's the second time I met him. Very nice. Very nice.
Speaking of Josh Dobbs, BVD and I were talking a couple of days ago how we thought, who would be the greatest announcer in college football, radio guy. And we obviously think John Ward is better, but Munson is a lot of people's pick as the greatest radio guy.
I think they are 1A and 1B.
Well, you made a statement that if you listened to Munson objectively, what was it that you said?
I don't remember now. If you listen to both of them as an outsider, you'd think John Ward was way better. No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember what I said. I think they're both. If you surveyed 100 people that never heard of either one of them and played them 5 or 6 of their best clips, I think it would probably be 50-50. What do you think?
See, I've never listened to Munson that much. The only call that seared in my brain
is the hobnail boot.
We just stepped on their face with a hobnail boot.
Yeah, I mean, he's uber biased.
Yeah.
And it was always.
You got to admit, if John Ward would have said that about beating somebody like whatever in a winning moment, that would have been the greatest thing. And
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But you think about some of the calls like good, no good, or how did that go? Let's see. The Notre Dame game. We were playing where
kick is good. No, it's no good.
Yeah.
That's now me just sitting here saying that sounds like a big deal. What's that? You had to have been there in the moment and heard the call. He gave you 2 heart attacks in one ending.
Yeah. What's some other lines that you can remember from Ward? Obviously, the national champions,
ladies and gentlemen, is
running all the way to the state capitol. Yep.
There's
so many of them that what game goes to it.
Of course, sitting here trying to come up with them in the middle of a live show.
But we were coming up with them better in the car.
That's what I'm saying. When you're on the spot, his basketball calls, I always thought were better than his football.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Basketball's way harder to call than
football. Yeah, I bet it is.
And some of the little words he would come up with and just a little tickles the twine, guns bang. I stole that one from him. I do mine for basketball. That's one of my favorites. Bottom, of course, you're starting to hear other people use that now.
Yeah.
The guy on ESPN that uses it, Mr. Bad Dog uses it during his.
He probably doesn't even know where it came from.
Yeah, he knows. He said it's because of me.
Yeah.
He heard me say it or something. He picked it up and started using it. Never heard anybody besides me use the name Cement Pond.
Yeah, that's an original one.
Yeah, it's an original. There's a couple other ones.
But the one I can't stand, and I hate to say it because he's a Tennessee guy, is I'm getting very annoyed with the 500 times every time we make a basket.
Oh,
money. It was great at the beginning when he did it like big shots.
What about Bob Kessling and all the way to the checkerboards? Is that getting on your nerves yet?
No, because we don't get to say that much.
Well, that's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
You know, I
like it.
I never thought he'd have one, to be honest.
Kevin Bear brings up one, the Jeff Powell 60-yard touchdown versus Miami. You remember that call?
Oh, if I heard it, I would, but not right off the top of my head.
I think I heard that in a song with Kenny Chesney.
I know he said, Jeff Powell.
What was that? Nilo
Sylvan. Yeah. He would like Reginald Cobb.
Yeah, Reginald Cobb. That was great.
Yeah, he'd do some of those. That gentleman was fouled. You walked, sir.
Well, we must be boring. We're down to 23 people watching us.
That's a sign to get off.
Squidtard, he needs my contact. Just email bobbyc@volunteerroadshow.com and I'll get you the phone number, or you can go to volunteerroadshow.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom on the homepage and get our phone number, and you can call it. It rings right to my cell phone.
Or I could just give him your
number. Kevin Bear brings up a great point. He says Powell was on the sideline getting hydrated by the time John finished about the countdown.
Yeah, that used to get on. If you guys know Mickey Dearstone, he's the voice of the Lady Vols. And for some reason, well, I actually know the reason. He always hated John Ward. And every time I would talk about how good John Ward is, he would bitch about, hell, he's already gone back to the bench and he's only at the 2-yard line to John Ward, you know. I said, yeah, but that's what makes him so unique and cool.
Yeah, there's nothing uncool about John Ward.
Nothing. Not a single
Not a thing.
Yep.
Well, before we get out of here, we're going to play one more. One more. I will give my all. Last one in the series.
I will give my all for Tennessee today. Just putting that tee on and stepping on that field, running through the tee. I mean, from ball walk to
Alvin Kamara.
I mean, it's an experience that you don't really get. You know, it's a family, it's a brotherhood, and one of those that saying right there means a lot. And you know, I kind of got a little goosebumps right now because I mean, when you say that, you got to mean it. If you don't mean it, you don't need to be here. You know, it's guys that really put a lot of energy and effort and love and hard work into being able to say that and mean it and go out there and represent it. So, you know, it means a lot.
It means a lot.
It means a lot. Everything means a lot. You know what means a lot? We got 27 people watching us, but you're watching us.
That's right.
That means a lot.
I wonder how many of those 27 people are in Omaha.
Well, we got a caller. Let's see what we got. Oh, Ballard Sports, Alabama. Should we let an Alabama fan be on here before we go?
Yeah, he should be at work right now, but that's okay.
Make it good or I'm going to flush you.
Hey, I just wanted to call up and talk about Josh Heupel, man. You know, obviously I know it's been rough for Tennessee this offseason with everything going on, but where does it start with him? Does it, you know, start with recruiting or, you know, are you looking at like beating a certain team or what?
You want to take that first or?
I just want to see him come out that first game and win. Yeah. I don't want another repeat of Georgia State BYU.
Oh man, if we have a repeat of that, there'll be fans that will never latch on to Heupel. You cannot do that. You cannot. You asked where it starts, Ballard. Obviously, it starts with recruiting. But to me, he's got to win the kids that are here over, the ones that have stayed and stuck with him. And from what I'm hearing from the one person that I know that's on that team, he is doing just that. The players like him. And it's a totally different feel in the locker room than it was with Pruitt. So that, to me, that counts for a lot. How much?
I would fully agree.
We'll see how much. What do you think, Ballard? How many wins do you think Tennessee gets this year?
I would say be honest, but I want you to stretch it a little bit. It's our show.
I could see you guys. I feel like maybe you won't be as bad as people expect. I know you just lost a lot of players and you lost Toto and all that, but I honestly would not be surprised if you guys ended up winning 6 games and qualified for a bowl game. Honestly.
Yeah, it seems to be the ceiling. That's everybody's ceiling for us. We'll see. That's what I'm thinking and hoping for.
I heard the over-under, the win total predicted by Vegas for both Clemson and Alabama is 11.5. Are you going over or under? I hate to tell it because I hate to tell you, but I would have to say they're going to lose a game. And let me tell you who to be looking out for. No, maybe them too, but I think the surprise in the West is going to be Arkansas.
Oh no!
You're not thinking they're going to challenge?
I think they can upset a few teams.
Do what, Ballard?
I don't think Bama's winning a championship this year. We just had that great season, and think about everything we lost, plus the teams, like you said, like a team like Arkansas. We got an Iron Bowl at Jordan Hare. I know a lot of people like to sit there and say, but that maybe Auburn is going to be terrible this year. That might be true, but if what I'm hearing is correct, that they want to pack stadiums, listen, the plains filled up is not something to screw with. I know Jimbo had those comments a few weeks ago. A&M could scare us. I don't know, but
he was talking some crap though, wasn't he?
Yeah,
but he had to. Those were boosters.
Yeah. I'll beat Saban's ass in again. Yeah, and what, golf?
Do you think? How many, or which teams do you think from last year's playoffs make it to this year's playoffs? Well, Clemson's doing it. Clemson, they don't have a schedule. They're going to be back.
Clemson will be back.
Notre Dame won't be back.
No. Honestly, I think Bama, Clemson, and Ohio State can all be back, but
Oklahoma,
Clemson in there. They weren't there last year, but yeah, they'll make it this year. I think definitely out of the Big 12.
Well, they got half of our transfers.
Oklahoma did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they just got the 2, right?
The 2 big ones, yeah.
Eric and Wanye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State, I guess, out of the Big Ten will be back, and Clemson. Notre Dame's not doing anything. I'm sorry.
Ohio State needs a quarterback. I mean, I'm sure they'll find
one.
What did you say? I said OSU needs a quarterback. I'm sure they'll find one, but they're going into the season with no real experience at quarterback.
Yeah. I don't think Ohio State makes it back. I think if Michigan doesn't make it to the Big Ten championship game, I think that's his last year there.
Well, I've been saying that for 5 years now about Harbaugh. If he don't do this year, they're gonna fire his ass. Didn't he just get an extension?
Yeah. I'd like to be his agent.
Yeah, no doubt.
He must have some dirt on somebody there. You think he pulled a Lane Kiffin? Remember how he was messing around with one of the boosters' wives or something at Alabama? What I hear, rumor has allegedly.
Allegedly. Allard, what else you got for us?
That was pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all taking my phone call, and much love and respect to you guys.
Yeah, you too. Hey, have a good weekend and get your hind end to work tomorrow with them papers.
Yep.
See you, bud. Old Ballard.
Good old Ballard.
Media.
Yeah. Good kid.
Second best BSM on YouTube.
Yeah. Jeremy Garrettson says 10-2 regular season for Alabama.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tennessee. I was going to like, man, kids don't do crack.
Well, it's been fun. How you like being a part of the Volunteer Roadshow?
I haven't signed the paperwork yet.
No, you haven't. I haven't told you all the fine print yet.
Yeah, we got to go through the fine print and then the super fine print.
You're not going to like the super fine print.
What about the opaque?
You'll need another pair of glasses.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I'm just worried about the green print. We can agree on the green print. All the rest of it will come together.
Green? What's that?
The green print.
You mean money?
Yeah.
What
money? My agent has promised me that I'll get 6 figures out of this deal.
I thought I was your agent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we'll see what happens.
All right, one last question. Kevin Bear says, who is Bama losing to?
I'm going to go ahead and say, I think, where's the LSU game this year? I don't know. It's going to be either LSU or Texas A&M. Possibly Auburn. Could even be Miami in the first game. And don't call me crazy. That could happen. I know Bama fans are like, shit, we ain't losing to Miami.
They play Miami, then Mercer, Florida.
They should.
Southern Miss, but the Florida game's at the Swamp. Ole Miss at home. Texas A&M on the road.
They're definitely dropping a game.
Mississippi State on the road. This next game's a home game for them. But if they're not careful, they could slip up.
Trap game.
Yep, October 23rd, third Saturday in October, by gosh.
That's always a tussle.
Tennessee. Yep.
Gonna go down there and shock the country.
Yep. And then we're gonna wear them out. They're gonna be madder than a hornet after that loss, because it's gonna be a Mount something opposite of Mount Cody. We're gonna go down there and kick the field goal and win it this time.
Yeah. And
then they're gonna be all upset, and then I think they wreck LSU the next week because it's at home.
Is it immediately after, or they got a bye?
Let's see.
A bye after that game.
Yep, there's a bye. Bye.
Yeah, they won't lose to LSU.
They win New Mexico State, and then at the end of the year, this is what makes these last 2 games tricky. There's a lot at stake. Could be the SEC championship appearance, or even playoffs appearance. You end with Arkansas and Auburn.
Alabama, bowl game included, and if they make it to the SEC championship game this year, 3 losses. I'm calling it right now.
How many regular season?
No, I'm just saying sometime this year, 3 losses. At the end of the season, when they're counting them up, Bama's going to have 3 losses, and this is going to be the beginning of the end for the Tide. The run's over starting this year.
And you think we can start that run being over in the 3rd Saturday in October after they lose to us? That's kind of like where the wheels start. The lug nut starts to loosen and starts to vibrate a little bit.
No, if I'm being honest here, if they lose to us, the damn axles have already fallen off. They're Fred Flintstoning it down the road.
How do you think their fan base would react if we really don't have any business on the field with them? But let's just say,
that's just hypothetically
in La La Land,
I think honestly a lot of their fans, after it,
they'll be wanting Saban out.
No, after it sinks in and they're like, damn, we really just lost to Tennessee. Well, you know what? I'm kind of happy for Fred and Ralph and, my Tennessee friends. That's what they're going to be saying. I've got some Tennessee fans and I'm really happy.
No, they're not going to be
That's
saying
what they're
that.
going to say.
No.
But inside they're going to be going, God, then they're going to be saying, I'll be God. This is a rivalry. LIB, Bobby.
Oh, me. We can only dream, can't we?
Maybe one of these days we can win.
Austin Styles says, who do you think wins the College World Series? We are Tennessee Vols. Yes, we do have a chance. Anyway, let's get on out of here. I'm going to play some music, some good old top 40 music. Some great hits to leave this thing out with.
Number 1 all time on the Billboard chart.
That's right. This is for you, PPNC.
Can you woo?
I hate wooing.
I hate it too, but can you do it?
No, I can't.
I can't either.
I don't even know when you do it, really.
Yes, you do. Stop that. Let me hear you woo.
You'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Say, you got to get a little higher.
You can't woo.
No, I can't get my voice up that
I
high.
can't do it either, like Long Time does.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, you can do that.
That's a Ric Flair woo.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh, those of you who've been watching this for a while, y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols, Austin Styles. Yes, we have a chance. Not only do we have a chance, we're winning it all, and we're going to be greeting the base Vols back at McGee Tyson when they're national champions. I promise you that. Promise you that.
Hello, this is Jeremy from Blue Water Climate Control. I grew up in Tennessee, and when I was 9 years old, the World's Fair came to Knoxville. I was in awe of the Sun Sphere. I dreamed of living in Knoxville. To me, it was the center of the world. After 24 years in the Navy, I've been around the world and visited dozens of countries. My family has moved all over. Now here we are running Blue Water Climate Control right here in Knoxville, the dream I had when I was just 9 years old. Blue Water Climate Control, veteran service, superior value.